Nine, a co-pilot. No lying, she whistle blow and go silent. Shh, top busy on the block with me. Niggas rocking 7 jeans that is not litty. Tryna argue over who made the top 50.
Run up on me in the dawn, I give you top 50. Driving truck, started fish telling. And we ain't supposed to have lean in a bottle, but the shit be selling. Wipe the stove down, disinfected.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.
Yo, man, what up, man?
What's good with it? What's good, Rob?
Weird.
Movie stars, man.
This is weird.
Nah.
Let me say this before y'all say anything, all right? Number one, man, I want to tell both of y'all, man, on camera, I'm very proud.
Shout out.
Anytime any of us, and I say us, in this culture takes it to another level that puts eyes on this culture in a good way, gotta respect it, man.
Shout out.
Gotta respect it. So congratulations. Proud of y'all brothers, man. And you do it elegantly too. So that's what I respect too. So yeah. So,
Shout out to 15 Minutes of Fame because like I said, when we ain't at certain events or people not there, y'all the ones. We getting the clips from y'all. We're watching interviews from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Rex, he got away with it, but he ain't get away. Like I got so many clips. Head Ice, the nerve of you. Like I get all these clips from y'all. You know what I'm saying? And those clips help elevate the blogs. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely rock with what y'all got.
All right, we are live. 15 Minutes of Fame. Yo, this is my first time.
it's your first time interviewing me.
15 years, I don't think I've ever interviewed you, Uncle Rod.
You have never asked. Crazy.
I know, man.
That's great. I didn't even interview you the first one either because
Yanni
did. That's a fact. Shout out to Yanni.
But look, man, let's get, straight to it. I called you because I just seen a blog about Vada Fly. Just dropped a blog, a lot of stuff going on, and getting both sides of the story. There's a lot of misinformation, going on out there. So, first of all, how are you? And also, what happened?
Good, I'm good.
Can we get into exactly what happened, man?
I think the first thing I want to address is Vada.
Okay.
Right. First off, man, like I respected Vada. We had plenty of engagements before running the Vada. It's always all love, and I don't understand why he would do that blog and then clown me the way he clowned me. Like he was literally making fun of me and belittling what I do for the culture, man. It was one incident that happened and you piled in all of this, negativity and embarrassing shit you were saying about me. Like we see each other's all love, man. Y'all saw the video. I see these guys out in Miami and I'm congratulating them on what they doing and, and shit like that. And then, I'm okay. Some shit happened over the weekend. I was a part of it. It was a big thing, I guess. But why you gotta add all the hoopla and, and just clowning me, man, and belittling me? That I wouldn't even address the whole Hitman shit. I gotta address all of it now, but I wouldn't even addressed it if you didn't clown me in the blog, fam. Now, like that shit is corny, and I'm disappointed, little bit hurt that it came from somebody like that. That I got your number, you got my number, and now, I'm all right with the blog.
But before this, though, you and Vada never had no ill.
Never. This is my water right here.
Yeah.
Never. I've never said anything bad about him. He's never said anything bad about me. It's like, why did you go to that extreme to make me, to belittle me and make me look that way, man? I'm disappointed, man. And the truth is, man, before I sat down and said I'm gonna do this, man, so many things was running through my head. Like I wanted to fire back at you and, but that's not even me. Like I can't even conjure up the the energy to say fuck Vada Fly. You know, he ain't shit. Yeah, I'm disappointed. Disappointed at the clowning. That's it. We're gonna break down everything that you've said in the blog, and I'm gonna call this the only disrespectful thing I'm gonna say to you in your girl, let me tell you what I heard blog, because that's what I feel like that is. You've heard some shit from, I don't know if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different people. You heard it. You didn't call me to even verify if some of that shit was true. You just went ahead and just took it upon yourself to just clown me. I am not perfect. I do some fucked up shit by mistake in the culture, might ask the wrong questions, whatever the case may be, but I'm the coolest motherfucker that anybody in this motherfucker knows. In my real life, I'm just a cool dude. I give mad respect to everybody. So for you to come at me like that, man, it hurt, man. It was real disrespectful, bruh. And like I said, you could have did the blog, but damn, bruh. So middle seat? Never. For the record, never the middle seat. Let's break it down so people can understand, you know, how even the shit that he was saying. Let's go.
So first and foremost, he allegedly said that he heard this story from 2 different, you know, people.
He said 2 different people.
He said 2 different people, all right. And they were adding up, you know, together. So, he said that you didn't have credentials and you didn't speak to the boss or nobody, and you went to the event knowing, you know, directly that nobody wanted you there. But I kind of want to start from the beginning.
Okay.
Because you had people at the face-off.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about.
I had Steve that usually.
Let's talk about from the beginning of you actually. First of all, do you even get credentials? How does it usually work for you when you go to events? Do you call ahead of time? Do you just show up like I'm here? Like, can you tell the people exactly what usually happens when
95% of the time, I don't have to call up. When I go. It's just, and what's the word? What's the word when you expect something and it's wrong to do that? Shit, entitled. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I feel entitled, but not in the negative way. It's just like I've been doing this for so long. It's like you just go to the event, and most of the time it's like your name is on the list already. You know what I mean? So yeah. So, like I say, I hate to use the word entitlement, but you know, it'd be like this.
So
yeah, I don't usually have to call in, but if I've never been to the, if I don't know the people at the venue, the league owner or whatever, I will call ahead, say, yo, I'm gonna pull up if it's all right, and it's always like, yo, of course, come on through. So yeah.
All right, cool. Now, at what point do you find out that the boss is running the show, basically? You know, nobody's calling Hitman, everybody's calling the boss. At what point do you know? And then what was the original communication between y'all?
Okay, so I found out that there was a face-off. And once I found out there was a face-off going on, I called my man Steve, because Steve lives in Atlanta. And, so he's usually privy to that information. He found out, yada, yada, yada. And he was told that we had to get in touch with the boss. The boss was actually, running all of that, for me to get the address and all that. So I got her number, called her up, yada, 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 spoke to her. She gave me the address, asked for his name, put his name on the list so he can actually come to the face-offs. So he went to the face-offs, so any footage y'all see from the face-off, that was my man Steve. He did the face-off. Because I was in Jersey. I forget what we were doing.
DNA wrestling event.
Oh, we had the DNA wrestling thing that day. Was it actually an event?
Yeah, it was the day.
Okay, so it was the day that DNA was throwing his wrestling event at the station. So I was there. Yes. So, so I call her and we chop it up, and she, in that phone call, she told me, she's like, yo, I said, what about the actual event? So she said, the actual event, you gotta buy a ticket. So, of course, me, Mr. Entitlement, I'm like, I got to buy a ticket? She was like, yeah. I was like, all right. So, I'm not going to argue about it. And it's Hitman, and I already know, I'm not Hitman's favorite guy, so no problem. We'll get a ticket.
Now, we'll talk about Hitman later because we need to get down to the bottom of that. But let's stay on the event shit first.
But let's mention this also. Like, at that point is the first chance somebody could have said, I don't want you at the event. Yeah, I know Hitman don't fuck with me like that. But that doesn't tell me I can't come to the event. I can't buy a ticket and go to the event and, watch the event, yada, yada, yada. So.
Okay. So
I got cotton mouth like a motherfucker.
So next thing I guess I could say is, all right, boom, the event starts coming up. You're doing promo for the event. You're doing everything, whatever. You don't get the ticket. Why didn't you get the ticket? Because you're taking accountability for the ticket or no?
100%.
Okay.
I didn't get the ticket.
Okay, yeah.
But, and again, I'm not used to it. I promise you, this is the first time in the 15 years that I had to get a ticket, so it wasn't literally on my mind. And there's a possibility I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm gonna get there. They're gonna let me in, right? It's not the money either. Let's keep that a $1,000. I don't mind paying $50, $100, whatever it's gonna cost me to get a ticket. If that's what I have to do, that's what I'm gonna have to do. And then I figure maybe I'll get there, buy it at the door, whatever the case may be. But that didn't happen.
Okay.
They announced that it was sold out. I've been to 633,000 sold out events. And I've always gotten in. So again, if it's that fucking entitlement and thing, man, I apologize to the fans and myself for even thinking, of the entitlement shit.
Okay.
Corny. So I got too used to that. I guess I got too comfortable, but we can go on.
So you ain't get the ticket. And then what's the communication when you at the event on Friday for the press conference? Did you have any interaction?
Let me say this.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off because
Go
we're
ahead.
skipping something I want to make sure I mention too. I did an interview with Geechee before the event. During that interview, I even mentioned, sold out event, yada, yada, yada. And I asked Geechee, I was like, yo, I didn't get a ticket. And they saying, you got to have a ticket to get in. I slipped and I didn't get the ticket. I said, am I good with you? And anybody could go watch the interview. I should have clipped that, put that in there. And Geechee, not to verify Geechee like that, but he said I was good with him. I can get in with him. So I took that and ran with it. Right? I'm good. And even after the interview, I told Geechee, yo, I wasn't playing. I really need to get in because I don't have a ticket.
Okay.
So we established that. So now I'm like, okay, I'm good. I can get into the event.
Okay.
I didn't want to leave that part out.
All right.
Which is, again, making me feel comfortable enough to say, I'm going to the event.
Yeah.
All right?
So you and Geechee got a relationship before, you ain't just asking a battle rapper, yo, I need a favor. You and Geechee have a relationship?
That's my guy.
Okay.
That's my guy.
Yeah. All right. So boom, fast forward, you good, you think you good. Now, when you get there, what happens when you get there? Because there's a press conference the night before. I seen you did a couple interviews. What happens, when you get there? What's the interactions like between, do you see Hitman? Do you not see Hitman?
Yeah, well, first I go to check into the hotel. And again, let's make this clear of the whole, why would you go to an event that you can't get in and nobody wants you there? That's why. Because then nobody told me that I couldn't go to the event, that I couldn't get into the event. I was not privy to that. Nobody. I talked to the boss. She just told me I needed to get a ticket. If there was a problem, at least if she know, she could have told me then, yo, Hitman don't want you there. I would not have went through the shit that I went through. Probably would have still pulled up. Because that's what I do. I don't mind getting interviews outside. It was a nice day, gonna be a nice day. So I wouldn't mind if I had to watch it on the pay-per-view and then get my interviews outside. That's just what I do. Been doing it for a long time. URL has not allowed us into events before, especially in Cali, so we won't get into all that, but that's happened to me before where we couldn't get into the event. We post up outside and then we do the interviews. It's happened to us. No big deal. And to clown me for being outside like that it's what we do, man. It's part of the job. It's just part of the job. You accept that and move on. And y'all seen the clip I put in the beginning? That's what I do. While I'm out here doing that, you sitting at home grabbing content from my channel so you could talk about it in your blog. Damn, I didn't want to be disrespectful. I apologize for even saying that, but let's keep it a buck. If I'm not outside getting that content, come on. If I'm not outside getting that content, belittling myself and making it available for people to laugh at me and make jokes about me outside, still getting interviews. Nobody told me I couldn't come to the event. Nobody told me I couldn't get in. And nobody told me that the whole weekend. Let's keep going and we'll finish off on that story.
Yeah.
So let's go.
So now the boss, you know, and do you see Hitman and the boss at the day before at
Friday, the day of
the press conference,
face off, the press conference, I don't see Hitman.
Okay.
Until later that night.
Okay.
But I see the boss when I'm checking in.
Okay.
And I said to her, you know, jokingly, you know, and kind of like checking the temperature.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, I didn't get a ticket. I didn't get around to get a chance to get a ticket. And she told me, and this is 90% verbatim. Oh, damn, Uncle Ra, don't be one of those guys that I have to tell can't get in because they ain't got a ticket. There's a lot of people, people,
VIPs,
VIP, a lot of popular people, important people that I'm not gonna allow to let get in because they don't have tickets.
Okay.
Again, not Uncle Rod, doesn't matter if you had a ticket or not, you can't get in. That's not what was told to me. Uncle Rod, like, she thought I was playing that I didn't have a ticket.
Okay.
Again, another opportunity, somebody could have said, I'm in Atlanta. I live in Jersey. Everybody knows that. You know.
Yeah.
All right? So why am I in Atlanta? Tell me I can't get into the event. Nothing else ever happens.
Okay.
Because now I know, right?
So now the night before,
for the record, I'm trying to hold my anger because I'm mad.
Nah, you
Let's
good.
get him.
Good. Now, as far as you seeing her or him at the press conference / face-offs the day before, what was the interaction like between them? Did anybody tell you you can't do interviews? Did they say that they don't want your content? Like what?
No.
What was the interaction like?
So at the press conference, I'm fine. I'm doing whatever. I interviewed J2 after his I got an interview. Steve was with me, so Steve did an interview. I'm getting content. It's a regular night for me. I interviewed Geechee after his face off and everything too. Excuse me. So it's a regular night before the event type of thing. And I see Hitman inside after his face off. And I literally, because again, let's back a little bit, and I'm not gonna tell too much of the story about Hitman, but we'll get there. I know Hitman don't rock with me like that. I get that. I understand that. I saw the tweet he put out. You know, that's why I don't do interviews with Uncle Rock. Okay, I had a couple people, throughout my years have that feeling, and then it disappeared, and we went on and on. So when I saw him at the face-off, I went up to him and I was like, "Yo, my man, could I get like 5 minutes, man, so we could talk? Because please, people, understand, I don't know why Hitman feels the way he feels.
Still right now?
Still to this day. Now, literally, Flav told me about an interview, a Spaces that he did. And Flav is trying to find the timestamp where it is so he can let me know. Because I don't watch all the Spaces. It's not my cup of tea. But he's gonna send that to me. But I don't know why. You know what I mean? Do I have to save the Big Gerald, the Cinnamon, the show out interviews that I do? Do I wait till I explain the whole Hitman situation, or can I tell that now?
Nah, go ahead. You've done interviews with his family, with his girl,
right?
His
that's
father,
what you're talking about. Brother.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, I get it. He's mad about something, but I don't know what.
Okay. So you what? So now you see him.
I see him.
You try to talk to him, and what's the response?
It's like, nah, I ain't got nothing to say to you, and that might not be verbatim, but that's pretty much in the line of where he just didn't want to talk to me.
Now, does he
didn't
say,
want to give me 5 minutes to talk about?
Does he say, yo, like, I don't want you here?
No.
Does he say you can't get any events tomorrow?
No. He just says, He didn't want to have a conversation with me.
Does he say you can't film?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So again, he walks away. He goes and does what he does, and that pretty much is that. I don't even put my camera back on him that night. Okay. Because we're gonna get to me filming him too.
Yeah, we'll
like
get to
all the
that.
shit that
we'll get to that.
there. But that night I'm gonna make sure I address something.
Okay.
That night the altercation jumps off.
Okay.
All right. The altercation jumps off. Both camps are going at it. Right. Mm-hmm. Now I didn't film it. My guy with me filmed it. Right. So he filmed it. I know he's got the footage. The first thing I do, yo, Geech, I got this shit. Is it all right if I put it up? Nah, man. This is some real shit. It could look bad. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to keep talking about what other people say, but I got the red light not to put it up. So I didn't put it up. All right? And also somebody else in Geech's camp was like, yeah, don't do that, Unc. I didn't hesitate. I just didn't put it up. Mm-hmm. All right? I want to make sure I mention that. Mm-hmm. And Hitman was out there and yada, yada, yada. So now we can move on.
So, Hip Hop Is Real put it up. That's the one you're talking about.
They put it up. And I still said, damn, should I put mine up? But again, I knew the temperature, what Geechee told me, and I called Geechee, and he didn't answer the phone. So I'm not just going to take it upon myself to say, oh shit, Hip Hop Is Real put it out. Let me put mine out too. Mm-hmm. The man clearly told me it's not a good idea to put out, so I didn't put it out. Yeah. So that's an L that I took, and I didn't put it out. Okay. Until
now did
the
you
next day.
Did you do that because you didn't want to possibly fuck the battle up, or was it just like, yo, you just respect Geechee that much, or like was it like what?
I respect all of them that much.
Okay.
Any one of them battlers,
including Hitman.
Including Hitman. I said all of them. I didn't say some of them. I said all of them. I respect him too. You know what I mean? There's plenty of times that I try to get an interview and he say no, I keep it moving. But I don't go and say nothing bad about him. Mm-hmm. And I don't purposely go and do an interview with somebody to shit on Hitman or anything like that. I've never just personally attacked him in any way. So
word. All right. So now next thing is
that's the end of the night. Boom, boom, boom.
Next
Hitman
day
leaves, and then we have the next day.
So now next day is event day.
Yes.
How do you get in? What's the story behind that? Because Vada Fly said that Rex made a call and said that he not battling unless you on the list, and he had some story. So
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
All I know is that Rex had a +3. Okay. He had 3 people as a plus. I asked them. Actually, I asked a couple people because I didn't actually. When I think. Shit, no, it was my bad. Let's go back to the night before.
Yeah.
I talked to Geechee.
Okay.
Now remember, Geechee told me I'm good.
Yeah.
Right? Now the problem is that Geechee is the main event. Mm-hmm. So when Geechee's not arriving to the event till it's damn near over. Mm-hmm. Me, I do my interviews. I got to do my interviews with Snake Eyes and J2 and Twerk and all these people before Geechee even gets to the event, right? Mm-hmm. So I can't wait to go into the venue with Geechee. So the night before, I'm like, yo, Geech, I need some kind of clarity of how I'm going to get in. So he pretty much tells me, he's like, yo, Unc, you got to go in with me. Mm-hmm. And so that's not going to work for me.
Okay.
Right? I'm good with it. If that's all I got, then I'd have to accept that. But of course, I know everybody. You know what I mean? So that was my next move the next day because Rex wound up, because that's why he didn't do the face-off. He went upstairs, shut it down. So then I see Rex the next day, and then he tells me he got a +3, and boom, he just put me on as a all
right, so now he put you on a list. Like who let you actually in the event? Like when you pull up to the event, is Rex there? Or
Rex is not there.
So you just on the list. So you on the list
I'm
at
on
this
Rex's
point.
list.
Okay.
Right.
And like when you get to the door, like who's security let you in? Like who's at the door?
Let's break down now. The next day before I go to the event, Clips calls me.
Okay.
Charlie Clips calls me. He's on his way. from the airport. He's going to meet me at the hotel. So he pulls up, we chop it up, we do our normal thing, whatever. He explains to me, about, being on Rex list, and like if there's a problem with that, he got me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, I'm feeling secure. I think I even hit you and was like, I feel a little more comfortable now because I was concerned about getting into the venue. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, no ticket, they're not going to let you in. And again, I respected it.
Now let me ask you this, though, before you go any further. At this point, if you don't get in the event, are you still going to the event and getting content outside? Like, you have no problem doing interviews outside?
100%. It's happened before.
Okay. So I just want to make it clear that
URL has done that to us before.
Okay.
On minor. It's not like 10, 15 times, but it's happened.
Yeah.
Right? So you just suck that up, pause, and then I could watch it on my phone, in the car, on the pay-per-view, and then when they come out, now I've watched the battle and I can actually ask questions about the battle.
Which by the way, you supported the pay-per-view.
Come on, man. Do we have to say that?
I mean, we have to.
We have to say that?
Because
we have to say we bought the pay-per-view too. So
2 months ago when it first came out. So but that's first and foremost, but
which is we buy damn near all the pay-per-view. So
we had Clips. Clips says Clips, you and Clips go to the venue together.
Right. So me and Clips leave the hotel. We go to the venue together. We pull up. He calls the boss. And for people that are not there, in the back or the side of the club, there's like this, like a greenhouse type of glass room attached to the building. And that's where we went in. That's where, like the rappers, celebrities or whatever would go through there. So me and Clips go up to the door, and the boss is at the door. Again, the boss is running the event, right? So if Hitman does not want me in the event, does he not tell the boss, don't let Unkle Ra in the event? Right? Cool. And my bad, on the ride to there, Clips told me that Hitman told him not to film. That I can't film in the building.
So Hitman knows you coming at this point.
He knows I'm Rex's third. He knows I'm on Rex's guest list. He knows that.
Okay.
All right. So he knows I'm coming to the venue.
Wow.
He tells Clips that when I can't do no interviews in the building. Because another thing I didn't know that I found out later is that they sent out press passes to whoever they wanted to go, just not me. First time in my life. But again, my ego is not that crazy that I accept it because I understand the man doesn't really fuck with me like that. But I still don't know why. So I'm still hopeful that I'm going to find out why someday me and Hitman going to figure it out, talk about it, and move on like I do with any other person in this culture that I've ever had any kind of issue with, right? So I think I did good, right? I can go to the next thing now? Yeah. Okay. I want to make sure.
So now the boss lets you in the event?
So when I get there, she's talking to Clips, giving him his band. She gives him a VIP band. And then she's like, well, Clips, you good. And I know you're on Rex's list. This is what she tells me.
Okay.
You're on Rex's list. I know you're on Rex's list. She gives me a green band. A green band is just regular. It's like everybody else that bought a ticket. It's a green band. Nothing special for me. Yes, so we go into this little green room area where, that's where Hitman and Geechee and all of them can go and chill and do whatever.
You do interviews inside at this point? Or
no.
Okay.
So I'm in the building, just fucking around, saying what's up to everybody, boom, 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 chop it up with a security guard or two, there's people that I'm familiar with, take some pictures, shit like that. And I asked the security guard, I might be wrong, but I think he was like one of the lead security in the building. And what he did, he allowed me, he walked me over to where we entered, where me and Clips entered, the little glass house room. And the two security guards that was at that door, he told them, yo, let my man out. He's going to go out, do interviews, and come back in. Boom. The two security guards, no problem. Even though I had the green band on.
Yeah.
And just for the record, that shit happens a lot. Sometimes I'm in a venue, I don't even have a band on, but people know who I am and they know, you know, a lot of the security guards, I'm cool with them because that's just me. I mingle with everybody. I show everybody love. So I go to a venue and see a security guard that was at an event 4 years ago. He gonna remember me and say, nah, that's Unkle Ra. I'm gonna tell you a story, a little quick thing. Even when we was in LA, right, with the caffeine, and then the whole thing happened with when they went and let us in the venue. Yo, the security guards outside was trying to make me go in. Like, nah, don't go in. I said, they won't allow us in. He's like, fuck that, man. This is you. I said, yeah, but they not letting us in. And I said, I don't want you to get in trouble for letting me in the venue. You know what I mean? So that happened, my man. Boom. So for the rest of the night, I'm using that door. Well, the rest of the day, I'm using that door.
So you going in and out to do interviews? I'm
going in and out that door. If you see my A-Ward interview, it's literally right outside that door.
Okay.
Security let me out. I do the interview with A-Ward.
Yeah.
I don't want to choke in my round, so let me get some water.
Now, all right, boom. So, yeah.
No, go ahead.
Nah, so now you doing interviews, you whatever. At what point does the altercation that he
there's
says
still
happen?
more.
Okay, what
All right, I'm trying to break it down and
Let's
make
go.
sure every angle is covered. All right.
Okay.
So again, I'm doing the interviews. Now, one particular time I go out, do the interview, and then when I go back in, Hitman is sitting on the couch.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I have not seen Hitman all night, right? But he saw me. And me being who I am, and again, not knowing how severe this thing he has about me is, I see him, I just still say what's up. I could have just walked by and ignored him, but I'm like, what's up? And he just put his head down and didn't respond to me, right? But as soon as I passed him, I heard him say something to the security guard.
Okay.
Wasn't privy to actually what he heard because I kept walking. I didn't stop and listen. But the next time I tried to go out that door, the security guards was like, yo, Hitman said you can't go out this door.
Okay.
All right, and at that point, what happened, I was gonna go out the front door before that happened, but the fire marshal was in the building. Am I explaining too much?
No,
okay.
you're good.
Because this is a lot, and I have to break it down all the way because I hate that motherfuckers is with these narratives. So the front door, they wouldn't let you out because the fire marshal was in there and they said you couldn't let nobody out. So I said, fuck it, let me go back out through the other door. So I go out there, and when I try to go out there that time, that's when they told me, Hitman said, nah, you can't get in. I mean, you can't use this door. Okay. So, and I just walk back in. Oh, no. So when he's telling me that, the security guy that I was talking to earlier that day, he comes and he's like, yo, nah, I said that blah, blah, blah. And then the two security guards say, but Hitman said he can't go through here. Okay. So the security guard like, yo, and I told him, I said, yo, I tried to go out the front, but the fire marshal, yada, yada, yada. He said, don't worry about it. So me and him, we walk out that door, me and him together. We go out that door and we walk all the way around the front of the building. And he tells the security in the front, yo, my man is good. Yeah. Again, you gotta understand. Like, if Hitman didn't want me in that building, he had the opportunity to do it, but he didn't. Again, because you're telling people in your blog that they didn't want me there. Yeah. And whether they want me there or allow me or let me be there is a different thing, bro. If they didn't want me there, they had plenty of opportunities not to let me in or to kick me out once they saw me in the venue. Okay. All right? So when you get these secondhand stories or you get this information from other people and then you report on it and you don't even call me. You don't even call the actual source. So come on. Yeah. And let me add to this. Damn, man, I hate when I get mad about shit. But let me add to this. I don't talk about people. I do interviews. I ask the question and people give me the answers. You'll never hear me get on and just talk randomly about some shit that I don't know about. I'm asking the source. I am asking Hitman a question when he allows me to interview. I'm asking Mook whatever I'm asking him. I'm not making shit up or getting it from a third party. That's what I do. I give people an opportunity to tell their story. Yes, sometimes my questions might be fucked up or misleading or wrong. I'm not a journalist. Sorry. I didn't go to school for this. I just loved battle rap and fell into this, and this is what I'm doing, and I love it. And I get respect from 99.9% of battle rappers. And when I'm wrong, they tell me I'm wrong, I correct it, and we move on. I'm used to that. I'm not perfect. I've done some fucked up interviews. I've done some bad interviews, you know, but when I know something happened or something ain't right, we work on that.
Now,
that's why I needed you, because if I just keep doing this, so bring me, take me where I need to go. I don't know.
So now we at the point where, you know, the security guard takes you around, says he's good. Now, what happens after that? You and Hitman have the altercation?
No. So that happens. I'm not trying to go in. I was trying to get out through that door to do an interview.
Okay.
But he went and you know, but I'm secure now. I can go back in because they weren't allowing people to go back in. Once you went out, you couldn't go back in. He secured that door for me so I could go back into the building.
Yeah.
That's when I went, and I think I actually did the interview with Arsenal talking about Murder Mook.
Okay.
I wound up doing that interview outside. And yes, I'm outside doing interviews because I was asked not to do interviews inside.
Okay.
I don't have clips of the battle. I don't have clips of anything in the venue. I respected the man's wish, and I did not do anything inside the building until that one idiotic moment that I take accountability for when I put the camera on Rex.
That's the thing. Nobody knows what happened. So
my bad.
So now you come back in the building after interviewing Arsenal.
Rex, right? Because Rex is battling.
Yeah.
And so Rex battle is over. Now, you know, night goes on. Rex battle is over. As soon as Rex comes off the stage, I'm on go mode. Number one, Rex is my guy, right? It's just normal for me. You know, me and Rex got, you know, millions of interviews. It's normal for me. He's coming off the stage, unconsciously forgetting that Hitman said not to film, right? But mind you, I had not filmed anything the whole day. Not justifying that it was okay to do this, but this is how it went down, is that Rex is coming off the stage, and I'm filming him coming off the stage and all the people showing him love. Right? That's what's happening. He's walking, and he starts to walk towards that glass room in the back where everybody was. Now, and I got to explain this because I don't know if somebody mentioned it, but I think Hitman might have said something to somebody. Rex is here, Flea is here, and Flea's sister is there. Now, I'm behind Flea's sister, right? So what I had to do is I gave Flea my camera because he's right there with Rex, and I was so far behind him. So Flea's walking with my camera, and they walk into the green room. I'm calling it the green room because it was greenhouse glass.
Yeah.
Soon as he goes in now we're all into the green room. Now I grab my camera back from Flea, and that's when Hitman pulls up. Well, not pulls up. He's already in the room. I'm here, and Hitman is over here on the side, and he sees me. And right off, he beelines right towards me. And I don't know why I cut my camera off. Again, I got to make this clear, and I wasn't able to explain it to Hitman, but I was with Rex, and I was following Rex, which is a normal routine that I do, Knowledge do. We do that. And I was following him to go outside. But before we made the left to go outside, Rex stopped and said what's up to some of Hitman's people that was there. I think Big K might have been in there or whatever. Not too many people was in there. Not too many people was in the room, just for the record. So where all the information comes from, I don't know. A lot of people weren't in that room. And again, I was trying to go outside, and we were going to do the interview outside. I fucked up and turned that camera on, you know, walking behind Rex. So I was wrong. But the hostility Hitman had for me at that moment just put me in defense mode. So I didn't even think to just tell him, explain to him what I was doing. All right. So, damn, this is a long ass interview.
Yeah, but do you want to get into like exactly what was said or like what or no?
It's hard, and I'm gonna be honest with you because of you know, the way he was, like the buildup he had, like I didn't know what was about to happen.
Okay.
So my first instinct was, I don't know where this is going. It looks very hostile. So in my mind, it's like something might jump off, and I'm just prepared for that.
Okay.
That's all I'm prepared for. I'm trying to communicate with him, but at the same time, I'm trying to make sure that I stay focused because I don't know where this might go.
Okay.
And so he's telling me, yo, I told you, and again, I don't remember everything he said, but he definitely telling me, I told you not to film nothing in here. And I said, you didn't tell me not to film nothing in here. Clips told me not to film nothing. Yeah, but, you know, yada, yada, yada. So he goes on and he's barking and barking. And, you know, and then you just said, fuck me, Hitman, right? You just saying, I'm going to film anyway. You know what I mean? And all I said a couple times was, yo, man, I'm just doing my job, man. And I'm calm, I'm relaxed, I'm trying not to engage back because I know if I do, it's going to go down. And if it goes down, the event's going to get fucked up. I don't want to fuck the event up.
Yeah.
The guy that ain't supposed to be in here, I don't want to be that guy that fuck it up. You know what I mean? So I'd rather be the guy that got kicked out opposed to the guy that fucked up the interview. The event. Let's make that clear. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, there's definitely some things he might have said that I didn't retain it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like I say, I was in a different mind state and I didn't know what was going to happen. I wanted to make sure. So, and then at that point,
so he asked you to leave.
He asked me to leave.
Okay, and you leave.
And let me make it clear, I don't think he was going to ask me to leave. I just think I didn't conform to him. Okay. You know what I mean? And I should have. I should have apologized to him about me filming that I wasn't doing it on purpose. You know what I mean? Because that's what he was thinking. He was thinking I just said.
At this point, are you pissed off at the treatment for the whole weekend, the whole time?
Yeah.
And that's why you did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was mad because he's blocking me in every way. He wouldn't let me go back out that door, right? So now I'm confined in the event. If I'm confined in the event, I can't do no interviews now. You know, I was respecting his wishes going outside. You know what I mean? So that was working for me until he told them not to let me back out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but again, I didn't, it was not malicious. It was not intentional. I did not say, fuck Hitman, I'm going to film anyway. It was Rex. He was fresh off the stage and it just, my instincts just kicked in and that's what I normally do. And I was going to follow him outside and do the interview.
Now one other thing.
I fucked up and I apologize for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, one other thing that I want you to address that, you know, one of the things that I didn't personally like about the blog was the clowning, of course, like.
Yes.
But the part where he says you was like TMZ filming Hitman, I didn't see Hitman do interviews with anybody.
Nobody.
You knowledge,
nobody.
You know, nobody.
Nobody.
Why? Can you explain a little bit, you know, why you were filming that? Why you were filming like, because I don't think people realize like that you also document, you know, battle rap, all the, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, the, you know, everything like, is why were you filming Hitman? And you know, why, like, you know, instead of getting an interview, like, was you expecting an interview at that point?
Not at all.
Would you,
I talked to him that night and he didn't want to talk to me. So what made me think I was going to get an interview?
Okay.
Right? But it's Hitman Holla. Let's fucking call it what it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's Hitman Holla. You know, so any footage of Hitman Holla is going to do some numbers for me, right? So again, I'll just film Hitman coming in. And let's make this clear. That's not the first time I filmed anybody making entrances and shit like that, right? So I've done that. Did it with Twerk when he was battling Mook, you know, countless times. But yes, my intent was I can't get a Hitman Holla interview. Let me get some Hitman Holla footage. It's my job.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and if you really want to get technical, I got him entering the venue and I got him leaving the venue.
Yeah.
And I think between both of those, I think 40 some odd thousand people was interested in seeing Hitman enter the building and leave the building. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Word.
I did my job, right? So those thousands of people that watched that video because they wanted to see that. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit that they like to see, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that because I've been doing this a long time. So yes, yeah. Did I think Hitman was just gonna turn to me and say, "Oh, Uncle Rod, let me go ahead and give you an interview now after all this bullshit that I don't put you through"? No, I knew that. I was good with that. They have a problem with that. So call me what you want, call it whatever you want, but this job is not easy.
Yeah.
What I do is not easy.
Now, one other thing too, before we move on to actually Hitman, right?
Damn, there's more.
So the interview thing, because he was clowning you for doing interviews outside and in the parking lot and in public. Just to wrap this all up, if let's say you got a problem with a battle rapper that's throwing an event such as Hitman, you don't have a problem going and doing events in the parking lot if it's worth doing something for the culture. Like, the culture looks forward to 15 minutes of fame. Hip hop is real. They look forward to all those interviews.
Right.
Had you not known Hitman didn't want you, let's say he didn't want you there, and he tells you, listen, you can't come in, would you still have went and did your interviews outside?
Yes. Now, if he would have told me before I got on that plane and got in that middle seat, or did I have to put myself up where the luggage is? That's just so corny. It's hard for me not to keep going back to it. Vada, that shit is so corny, bro.
Yeah.
I would never. If niggas was clowning you and talking shit about you, I never interviewed nobody asking about the situation with you. Never did it, bro. Never did it. But for you to do that is really fucked up, man. Go back. On my bad.
Now, I just was asking, if he said that you couldn't come in, would you have still done interviews outside?
100%.
And also, if let's say a battler says, yo, I don't want you here, would you still go and do interviews?
Right. If I'm already there,
yeah,
I'm going to the venue.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
If they would have told me after I got there that I couldn't get in, I'm still going. Now, if you really think about this, go to my channel, look at the content that I have for that weekend. Or let's just say from Saturday, the day of the event. None of it is inside. I watched the battles. I sat in the car with me and Rex, and we watched Hitman and Geechee on the pay-per-view.
I mean, and even afterwards, did Hitman say anything to you? Did he see you filming him?
Of course he saw me.
Okay.
He didn't look at me.
Okay.
He might have, glanced or seen me as he was turning his head, but I knew he wasn't going to acknowledge me.
Yeah.
That wasn't my concern.
Okay.
I talked to a couple of the people in his camp, you know what I mean? Asked them how they felt. Of course, they said 3-0, Hitman, yeah. So, yeah, I was again, right. I didn't expect him to say nothing to me.
So for the record, nobody said you couldn't come to the event.
Everything I just said is all facts.
Okay.
All facts. I did not put any sugar in anything and make it look better than what it was. It's exactly 95% of how it went down. And I say 95% because certain little things I'm not going to remember, like as far as he said a lot of shit to me. Don't get it twisted. If he would have said that shit to me outside on the street or something like that, I probably would have punched first because that's the kind of energy I thought I had from him.
Yeah.
But I respect this man. I was wrong. I was wrong. And I didn't want to fuck up the event. I didn't want to be the guy to fuck up the event.
Yeah.
So I let him say what he said. I tried to respond as cordially as I could, and that was it. So
now before we move to Hitman, has this ever happened before, like to that level where somebody had to physically kick you out of an event before?
No.
Okay.
And nobody physically kicked me out, but
I mean,
told to leave.
Told to leave.
Never.
All right, now
never.
We gotta, before we go, I mean, this is a long ass blog, but we gotta address the Hitman shit. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't even know what the problem is. I mean, I've heard rumors and same thing like you have. Everybody makes calls in the industry, but nobody physically knows why, or why Hitman is mad at you. Like, do you know why Hitman is mad at you? And also, because we all seen the tweet that he put out. This is why I don't do interviews with Unkle Ra.
Right.
What set that off? Do you know? And also, why has it not? Y'all both have mutual friends. Have y'all reached out to each other? Has there been communication? Like
I did, but I like I said, I don't think he's receptive to it. So I don't know. Now I can say that people, I'm not privy to just say who or what, but it's been told with the Mook interview, kind of like was part of the trigger when I did the interview with Mook. But what part exactly, I don't know. I have been told, I spoke to a couple people over the weekend since I got back, and I was told that sometimes I ask questions and my questions are steering, they're alley-oops, like almost as if like I'm trying to start trouble, right? And that's not the case. If it comes off that way, that's not my intention. Am I trying to start trouble in battle rap for a battle? Yes. Am I trying to start trouble to make two people fight or want to hurt each other or kill each other, shit like that? No. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to a battle, sometimes you're asking questions. You try, to get the opponent to talk about the other guy. It's battle rap, right? That's what we do. At least that's what I thought. And like I said this earlier, I'm not the best at this. A lot of people tell me I am. Yo, Uncle, you the best, man. Love your interview. But I don't get it right all the time. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, I ain't go to school for this. I love battle rap. You know what I mean? And because I was already doing media and got into doing battle rap media, I love it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And if I didn't love it, I would have, probably got on a plane and went back home this weekend. You know what I mean? But I stuck it out and did what I did. But I don't know. And that's why I asked him when he was confronting me about filming before he kicked me out. I asked him too. Like, yo, what is it? Like, what is the problem that you have with me? You know what I mean? Because that's what I just wanted to know. And we didn't get that. So, and listen, everybody's listening to me. I keep going up and down, because I don't normally do this shit, and it's bothering me. Mm-hmm. And that's the only reason I'm even doing a blog, because there's been plenty of people that say shit about me, take shots at me, downplay me or whatever, and I never responded in all these years I've been doing it. Surf was the only one that I even responded to. You know what I mean? I didn't even want to do that because I feel like I shouldn't have to. But when somebody starts assassinating your character, man, and making you belittle you and disrespect you, it's sad, man. So I ain't never did nothing to nobody in this culture, bro. Yeah. The love I show everybody, all I expect to get that back. And if I don't get it back, it is what it is. But like I said, even though I knew Hitman ain't fuck with me, when I walked through that glass door, I still said, what's up? I wasn't just going to walk by him.
Now, yo, wrapping this up, though. What do you have?
Wrap it up.
Do you have any? Well, I'm saying, I mean,
no,
you're
right. Though. This is long.
It's an hour, man. They don't want to sit through this whole shit.
I know.
But I guess I gotta ask, like, what do you have anything to say to Hitman? Like if Hitman's watching this, which I'm sure he is, or somebody's gonna send this to him, is there anything do you want to say, or do you just want to leave it where it is, or like, what would your message be?
First off, I never would have did this if my character wasn't being assassinated and made fun of. You know what I mean? So I just would have left it alone. You know what I mean? And hope that one day that we could at least talk to each other and get past it. We didn't have to go to each other's, baby showers or whatever the case. But I would have loved to just known what it was, man. And whatever it was, I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, it wasn't intentional. I did not maliciously do anything on purpose because it was you. The same question I asked, whatever might have got you upset, I'm sure I asked and did it in another interview with another battle rapper. It was not, I had nothing against you, brother. I have no problem with you. I've talked to plenty of your counterparts and asked, like, yo, could you at least find out? At least let me, know what I did. It could be something that you just didn't understand. Like, I wasn't doing it maliciously. Wasn't intentionally saying, yo, fuck Hitman, I don't like Hitman, or I'm gonna do this or do that.
Well, somebody told Vada, so Vada said he know. So maybe we could call Vada and get the information.
Nah, I don't want to call Vada, man. I know we weren't friends, but damn, and like I say, man.
Well,
I just felt disrespected, man. That's really
just know
really
I'm a fan first, and I know that there's thousands and thousands and thousands of fans who don't see the losses, like, and don't see the shit that goes on. And this is what you try to protect the people from. So for everybody out there who does appreciate you, I appreciate you as a fan because I watch the content, I edit it, I watch it too. It keeps me entertained. So, don't let this deter you away from, the mission, and because there's thousands of people out there that respect it, and they're gonna respect you even more when they hear this.
I hope so, man. Because again, man, I just love the culture, man. Trying to give y'all what y'all want, and I'm always up for criticism. People tell me all the time, they didn't like this, they don't like that. Shit, man, I had a brand new intro, man. Put it up, and I had enough people say they didn't like it. I took it down. It's not about me. It's about the battle rappers, giving them shine, keeping them, in the public eye, and the fans, man, or the supporters, man. Like, shit. You know what I mean? I have no malicious intent. Hitman, no malicious intent, brother. I did not purposely say or ask a question or do anything that was to piss you off or because I don't like you or something. You all right with me, brother. I don't have no ill feelings towards you. I don't. I mean, I don't know how I feel now because you're just not telling me, bruh. Tell me. I know you don't owe me that because I know that's what you're going to say. I ain't got to tell a motherfucker nothing. I get that too. And if that's what it's going to be, I know where I stand now. You know what I mean? But I'd love to know. I'd love to see if we could get past that. But if we can't, I know where we at with it now. That's all I can do. As long as how long does that interview say?
55 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah.
Well, yo, I'm sorry that I had to interview you like this, man. We always had plans to do some cool ass documentary, but
we're working on it. We're gonna get some shit done. It's crazy that 15 years. This is what it took for you to actually do an interview with me.
I know.
So for everybody that be trying to do interviews with me, just know, have never got an interview with me.
So, all right, man. Well, I guess the people can have a field day in the comments.
Yeah.
And
and again, everything that was wrong, I apologize for. I did not do anything intentionally. I did not turn that camera on and say, you know what, fuck Hitman, I'm gonna record this anyway. It was just a knee-jerk reaction. It's just what I do. You know what I mean? Like, it's part of my job. But through the whole night, none. I did not turn my camera on, not for a split second when I was in that venue. It was that moment where I fucked up. It was at that moment where I fucked up. Peace, man. 15 minutes of fame, man. For everybody that fuck with us, stick with us, stay with us. We got more shit coming, man. I ain't going, man. They can't get rid of me that easy, man. And Vada, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. But I'm very disappointed with you, brother. And no ill feelings towards you either, but very disappointed with you, man. Peace, love, and head grease.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!